on the Adrienne Elise channel. Who else would like to share?
Can I jump in?
Sure.
Hi, my name's Richie. You see, I'm 007. It's because of my YouTube channel. So, my name's Richie. I'm absolutely honoured. I can't believe I've actually got to speak to you, Adrienne. You know how everything divine timing is just amazing. So I came across your channel earlier this year, and the way that you described us as supernova souls, I'd never heard that before. I'd heard indigo, and I'd heard different terminology. I hadn't heard supernova souls, and I was like, wow, yeah, that sounds a bit more like what I feel like. Some things have happened over the last 4 days, since Wednesday actually, or Tuesday, sorry. It's so much has happened. There's just I can't even begin really to tell all of it. But basically, I've met my higher self for the second time. He took control of me, while I was in the mirror. You know how it works. I was stood in the mirror, and suddenly my perspective shifted slightly, and I was suddenly very aware of my soul, my higher self, and myself, my ego stood there, and it has happened to me before. Um, but this, I've had four. I went 4 days. I could not sleep for 4 days. I kept getting these downloads, and with every download brought with it so much unbelievable energy and creative energy. I'm a musician. I'm a YouTube creator. I like making videos. I like making music, and things have been so stressed out and serious. I started my YouTube channel trying to talk about how we write reality, how it's what we focus on and how we're feeling. But I didn't fully understand what I was saying because it was all fairly new to me, because I only really truly woke up in 2013. And so I was trying to do that, and then what's happening now started. And the thing is, me and a friend of mine saw it coming. You said in the November, nobody really knew about that. I was actually talking about it on my channel, and I was saying, we think this is going to happen. We think this is going to happen, and then this, and then this, and everybody was calling us absolutely crazy. You're crazy. You're just and it all happened. Everything that we said happened. Not exactly as we said it would happen, but pretty much. We said it was going to be 2 years, and here we are, nearly 2 years in. Um, oh God, I've got so much to unpack, and I don't want to take too much time. There's so many people want to speak, and it's been so wonderful hearing people speaking. Lisa Mahoney, I don't know how, but I know you. Your name was what sort of rang a bell first, but I'm not sure how it is. I know that I know you. Um, so what I've realized over the last few days, one of the biggest, most important downloads that I've had is about, it took me back to the scriptures, and I'm just going to sort of paraphrase because I'm not good at quoting scripture. And they say, be as children to enter the kingdom of heaven. To enter that realm, you have to be as children. And we all walk around going, well, yeah, well, I'm 44. I'm 44 years old, but I've got the spirit. I feel like I'm 23. And I was always trying to keep myself as an adult. I feel like I'm 23, because what we're programmed to do right from school, and it begins at the beginning of secondary school in the UK, so that's year 11, age 11, and 11's an extremely important number. I'm sure you know, Adrienne, just how important the number 11 is. I wonder if you know about Janus. That's a very, very important aspect of the number 11. It's also my life number, my life path number. And so when you enter into secondary school, that's when that's when I'm not gonna paint everybody with this brush. It's me. When I was 11 and I entered into secondary school, that's when I started thinking about relationships and girls and starting to get serious, start being less of a kid, being more mature, smoking, all of those things to try to become an adult, because as children, we desperately want to be adults and have all the rights and privileges of adults, but obviously we don't want the responsibilities of adults. And we get programmed to become adults, and then as adults, we completely forget how to be children and what it means to have a childlike imagination about things, and to not just imagination, to have a childlike reaction to things. Reaction isn't the best word. It should be response. It should be a childlike response. You respond to whatever it is that happens in a childlike, innocent way, instead of when when I hear bad news, it's like, oh man, well, and I am an empath, so if somebody gives me bad news, I feel what they're feeling, and if somebody's trying to hide it from me, I feel it twice as much. But I I'm gonna jump a little bit, because like I said, there's just way too much for me to say. I've written loads of stuff down while I've been listening to you, because I wanted to make sure I get everything in and not take up too much time. In the last few days, I've unlocked some new abilities. You were saying about asking who you are and sort of claiming your power. It's funny you should say that, because I've been doing that this year, and a few weeks ago I actually created a meditation, a guided meditation. It's on my channel. The first two lines of it don't matter so much to this. It's really more about I am fully conscious of my true worth. I give my talents with sincere love, and I am blessed beyond belief, both financially and spiritually. It feels amazing. And it's just this. It's repeated 5 times. I think I repeat it. And so that was a while ago, but I wasn't seeing anything. I didn't feel like anything was happening. And I just kept reminding myself, Rich, stop waiting for things to happen in your time, because everything happens in divine time. Everything happens when and as it should. So I've just recently had my 4 days of complete insomnia, not being able to sleep, getting downloads, having the most amazing conversations I've ever had in my life with a couple of people. One of them's an old friend, and one of them's a brand new friend, and it's my twin spirit. I have met my twin spirit, and we've just connected in a way that I start crying if I think about it too much. If I try and explain it too much now, just how connected we are. It's like it's me, and it's inspired me to create a realm. Well, we are creating a realm. There's like 3 or 4 of us now that are creating a realm, and it's called the Magic Treehouse. And basically, there's an age limit, a spiritual age limit. Only your spirit is allowed in there. There's no avatars allowed in there. No adults. It's no adults allowed. So only your spirit. And the thing is, I think it's because I think the number 11 and the age 11, I think it's all very important. So no spirits older than 11, really. I don't know, maybe we could be flexible on that. I don't know. We just no adult stuff, no adult conversations, no hormone confusion, no sexual tension, because that's the biggest thing as well. Between male and female, everything gets confused in secondary school. in primary school and preschool, all leading up to that, the 11 years leading up to that, where there's no hormones, there's no confusion between boys and girls, really. I've always been really kind of 50-50 with my spiritual male female side. I've used my left and right side equally. It's apparently it's all in my charts and everything that I'm balanced quite well in that respect. And so the tree house is somewhere where you come in and everybody there, we're all best friends. We're like the Goonies. We're going back to being innocent children that have innocent fun in this space, and we're going to use that space to really use our imaginations, because it's our imaginations and our ability to visualize and to be in the moment and feel it. That's how we make things manifest. And I know that I'm on the right path because I've spoken to my higher self, who said to me, basically, the way I've taken it is, this is your movie, right? You've paid your price, you've atoned for your sins, you've suffered enough. Now it's time to reap the rewards for all what you were saying about karmic debt, about the what we're paying, this karmic debt, carrying this karmic load, and it's because we've been carrying it since the beginning. Adrienne, I wrote a song a few days ago called Original Souls, because I feel incredibly strongly that we are the originals. We are the ones that were here at the birth of this realm. And that's why, I don't know, that's why it's all so crazy, man. It feels so crazy. But I feel really crazy. I've managed to have 2 nights sleep since the 4-day. I was going to call it a bender. I used to be a crazy lad, and I used to go out on 4 and 5-day benders. It was like a 4-day bender, but there were no substances involved. It was, there was coffee. I drank a bit of coffee, but I drank water. I didn't even eat. I've got food, but I didn't even eat anything for 4 days. I didn't even think about it. It wasn't. I didn't get hungry. I was full of energy. I went through periods of not being able to see straight, my eyes going blurry, and my legs went a bit shaky, and I had to lay down. And then suddenly I got another download, and boom, I was back up, writing, making video, recording an audio. It's been an absolutely insane few days, and I'm going to stop there. I just want to say thank you so much for letting me share this with you.
Thank you, Richie. Wow, that's awesome. And it brings to mind a vision that I've seen of kind of, I think one of the things I'd like to do with Supernova Souls, and thinking about this being called to start our Telegram channels and kind of get on with the work of building our new world in the next chapter. And I see this beautiful ascension show where a musical and this new Renaissance energy, art and music, and the gifts and talents and healing skills of Supernova Souls traveling around together. And so it's really awesome to bring forward that your music, your downloads, and your impulse in that. I think music is going to be really important in this next chapter. We've got to reclaim back what was stolen from us. When these are, like you said, Janice, our musicians were those powerful souls speaking the truth through music were taken from us. And so just like Lisa was asking, will we get back what we lost? And the answer is 7 times. 7 times what was stolen from you. So now that's a powerful energy, like you were saying, Richie. I loved your mantra. I am fully conscious of my true worth. And I was wondering if you wanted to DM that to me, if you could write it out and I could post it on the Adrienne Elise channel for us to work with. And that would be really wonderful. And I saw the Magic Tree House. What a cool Telegram channel that would be. To come together and celebrate, because you're right, this being like little children in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. And there's a deeper and profound truth to that, because when you get into the mysteries of activating the light body, which is exactly what Jesus was showing us as possible, and we've already experienced this This is the mystery of supernova souls. We've already experienced light body, and that's why we're playing such an important role here. And so when you work with activating your light body, what's really crucial and absolutely important is alpha waves. So alpha waves in the brain are the waves of the child, and it's exactly what you talk about, this wonder, this sense of wonder. And really, we're all children here. I mean, here we are, advanced souls with all this inside of us we don't even understand and know who we are, and yet we're children, we're spiritual children. And isn't it time to play again, and play on multiple levels? And I see that this new renaissance, and this beautiful activation of the arts and integration with science and nature, and bringing it together in a way that we haven't had since ancient times before that infiltration of these control energies. And I think supernova souls play such an important role because you haven't succumbed to the matrix. You have retained that sense of wonder. You can expand your thinking. We've all studied lots of things, but they say that as these truths come out, we're all going to get our minds blown. And but supernova souls are in a position to be able to handle that and run with it. And so keep in mind and start visioning. That's something I'd like to do more, is like, what does it look like to you? If you were given funds to be able to create a project that could bring in this enlightenment and support humanity, really thinking it through, and the power of being in the energy of the solutions. And, you're right, Richie, 4 days ago on 11/2, there was a big shift, a big energetic shift, and it felt like the descending of Christ consciousness. And so really cool that you can reflect that back to us. And for those of us who are having trouble trusting in that, like, oh, I get a glimpse here and there, but then I'm beaten back down. And so really cool to hear your story about that, and that this is real, it's happening. And we're the ones to go ahead and take that leap and be brave, that we talked about, that we hear so many people talking about here, and establish in that vibrational frequency. So
Yeah.
super inspiring, and thank you so much for that.
Could I just add something quickly, just very
Sure.
quickly? You said about a Telegram channel. I am going to create one, but I've already got a Signal channel created, and we're already in there. Sort of, it's got the pictures up and everything. So I've already got that created, but
Great.
I will do a Telegram one. But I was just going to say, you have to own it. I didn't finish saying what I was saying about you. My higher self was like, this is your movie now, so who do you want to be? I mean, you know who you want to be, don't you, Rich? You know exactly who you want to be, so be it. Own it. Be that. You are who you thought you were. You were worried to think of that before. You thought it was egotistical, or just crazy, really. Oh yeah, that's movie stuff. But why is it movie stuff? It's not. It's real. If I think what I want to say is, if you feel that you are somebody, or you are you're the reincarnation of somebody, or you have a certain essence in you that is you, that's come from, as we say, like the original. We were there walking with Christ, and we were there before them. We were there at the birth of this realm. So if that's who you think you are, that is who you are. That's why you've been saying it to yourself for so long, but denying it and saying, "Don't be daft. That's just egocentric. Remember what your mum said. The whole universe does not revolve around you, Rich. You are not the center of anything." So she used to say that, but I'll be fair. My mum used to tell me that I could do anything, whatever I put my mind to, I would be able to do. Just make sure you don't think that you're the center of the universe. It wasn't, she wasn't that. She was a really good mother. Sorry, she was a really good mother.
Well, that is the programming we've all come up against, isn't it? And it brings up this concept we've been talking about being conditioned into a conditional reality, and that we need to see manifest what we feel inside before we'll trust it. And supernovas, that's exactly the opposite of who we are. We're here to have faith and to live and breathe that truth. And it's so cool to hear you say that about, we were there at the beginning. We were there walking with Christ and stopped denying it. And I think that's one of the distortions of the Christ mythology is this, we don't have a quite a real grip and understanding of the Savior. And I know that there's times in my life I'm like, somebody just come save me. And I have had those personal interactions with supportive with Yeshua, himself and that. But we are being asked to own it. We are being asked to, and it's kind of like, wait a minute, I'm barely making it. And now you're saying I got to stand up and own it. Um, and yet that's the power of our group together, coming together and reflecting back who we really are to each other. And so really, really beautiful. And thank you for bringing that forward. And what does that mean for you, Supernova, to own it and to step up? And so we have that conditional programming, but we're here to work with unconditional love and absolute faith. And sometimes it's blind faith, but sometimes that's all we have, but that's what gets us through the wilderness. And that's the power of who we are. And we're being asked to step up and say, okay, I'm here. I don't need to wait for somebody outside to recognize and validate, although that's coming, in a huge way. But for this stage of the process, we're being asked to step up and own it within ourselves and trust that knowing inside. And I know that message of like, oh yeah, that you just think you're better than everybody else, right? But Supernova Souls is not about being better or worse. It's just that you have a shit ton more experience than other souls. And why not own that and start enjoying it and starting to play again? So thank you so much, Richie, for that beautiful share. Energy, a process here to bring us all together energetically. And I feel such validation in that from this connecting here together today. It's like, okay, yes, I can feel people saying, I feel viscerally, this is proof that I'm feeling a connection to these people, to my soul tribe. They're out there, they're here with me. We're going through the same things together. As we elevate, we bring our tribe with us. And so, for all of those that are feeling alone and lost and disconnected, may this beautiful golden light of our potential find you. And all supernova souls that aren't connected or don't know that they're supernova souls, may that sparkle of golden light fall into their life as these messages and synchronicities and confirmation and validation. And so that we can get on with this next chapter of being the solution, building this new world, and how beautiful and glorious that is. And just like you said, Alma, how about right now? And I think Xana said that too. How about, since we can see and we have a sense somewhere inside of us, we know the vision of what this is, what we're really doing here. And so why not now? And that's a beautiful theme and energy for us to complete on. So go ahead and just feel yourself in this moment, taking a few deep breaths, imagining this expansion and contraction of your energetic field, each breath bringing in not just air, but light and prana, life force. And the exhale, sharing that energy and vision. So much of what we're doing here right now is just holding a vibrational field that something else is possible. And I've seen and been shown that this is a powerful tool. Say that if you have to be in a situation around people who have gotten the jab, and the energy of that can be disconnecting us from our source. But when you show up in this vitality, you show up in this energy, you show up, it's not anything you say, it's just your energy. And it says to their soul, hey, there's a different way, and it's not too late. And the power of you going through all you've gone through, supernovas, to stay connected to source is quite amazing and beautiful and just so profound to be a part of this experience with you here today, and our group as we grow and have grown over the years in this energetic connection. So just taking a few deep breaths, breathing with your soul tribe. feeling their palpable presence around you. Your people are right here, even though we've been so alone physically for so long. Lifetimes we said we wouldn't come together. So we didn't want to put each other in danger. But now this is shifting. Let's just go ahead and feel that connection. This is also bringing in the guidance of masters, of ascended masters that have already gone through earth experience and no longer need a body. Really great energetic support in these times, although many have taken a body to be here at this time. So just go ahead and imagine that you can breathe together with these soul groups and the earth, expanding and contracting. May each step that you take as you move forward be a step that you take together and held and loved and supported. This deep and profound knowing that you're not alone. We're all here together. One of the powerful images of supernova souls in the downloads about them is that we came in a group, we came in a pod, and it's a picture kind of like a comet, a comet coming to Earth and dropping off these soul groups. um, so, almost an invitation to get back on that comet, begin to live the dream of what we know is possible, and just breathing together. Can we receive and acknowledge and step into the invitation to return home right here on Earth, right here, right now, with each step moving forward? Feel the profound gratitude for each other on this call and all supernova souls. The profound compassion for how difficult our path has been, and yet perhaps only about getting us to a place where we can receive the massive revelation of light that is the truth of who we are. And a prayer for each moment easier and easier to step into this truth and live and breathe in this abundance. Oftentimes, supernova souls feel subconsciously responsible for other people, and almost like, how can you have this abundance while others around you suffer or disconnected? We find ourselves in unhealthy relationships. Now it's your time to receive this abundant love. And just feeling yourself rooted into the earth as the earth goes through these dramatic changes. Feeling her growing up and around you, enveloping you like that beautiful forest in East Texas, on the hill in Bavaria, on the island in the UK. All of the supernova souls posted around the world holding this beautiful frequency of light. Even when the times were darkest and you felt most alone, you still held this light. And may you allow and receive reap the rewards sevenfold. In celebration, like children, returning to heaven. And may it be so. It's our world now, and may we help each other take that leap of faith and establish in those higher frequency vibrations, no matter what is going on around us. And just taking a few deep breaths, feeling this palpable feeling of your soul group right around you, loving you, recognizing you, holding you, hugging you. A great reunion, the great redemption. And may we walk together in this strength of faith as we move forward on this path into the next chapter of manifestation of the truth of this light. It's glorious. Knowing that we came for so much more than what we've experienced. And are you ready to receive your own abundance? And just taking a few deep breaths as you complete your meditation, coming back into your body, into the room that you're in, bringing with you this peace and this palpable feeling of walking together with a team. We had to buy into the fact that we were alone and separate so that we could come and receive the abundant love of our team back together. And holding hands, we step right through. Thank you so much for being here and being on this call. And again, for those that didn't get a chance to speak, we're going to keep doing this. And so I can't wait to connect with you again soon. And for everyone who shared, thank you so much for your bravery and for your love. And I feel you. And I know we are feeling each other more than ever before. And that's only going to get stronger. This is us teaching and learning and growing and expanding in the way that we came here to do. So look forward to seeing you soon on the next update and the next chat. Till then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.